darling heart, and welcome to the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. With my experience and training, I now help other women with their alcohol-free or drink less adventures. You can find out more about me and sign up to my 5-day Drink Less challenge at drinklesslivebetter.com. I'm here to tell you that you can relax, connect and have fun without alcohol in your life. Join me here each week to find out how. One of my really good friends asked me a question recently. We were talking about change. Well, actually, we were having a brilliant conversation about values, but I'll come back to that another time. We were momentarily talking about change, and she asked me, how do you do it? How do you get the agency to change? And I flippantly replied, well, I think I just decide and then I do it. Then I paused. There's more to it than that, of course, I said. We started to draw out a spidergram because that's what we'd just been doing when we were playing around with our values conversation. I wrote action in the middle. Action felt like a good starting word. Action is where the change started to happen physically for me. The change had been happening inside my head for a considerable time before I thought about the action. There'd been a long period of doubt before that. Can I do this? Do I need to do this? Do I even really want to do this? I'm not that bad. I've not hit rock bottom, so I'm probably fine really. My thought process went through a protracted time of adjustment, readjustment, checking out my feelings related to my thoughts, following through on behaviours I wanted and reconsidering behaviours I kept slipping back into. But somewhere along the line, I got hopeful. I sensed that change really was possible. I saw people who had some of what I wanted and I endlessly copied them. I consciously chose new behaviours and even more consciously left old ones behind. I moved forward. I aimed for progress, not perfection. When I couldn't be kind to myself, I sought out others who could be kind to me, who believed in me. I made a goddamn massive effort. I made my change my full-time job. For a while back then, I threw the kitchen sink at it. If something worked, I applied more of it, and if it didn't, I left it to one side. To be successful, to get the agency to change I wanted, I invented a process, a system, a framework. I took those early glimmers of hope and acted on them. I applied everything I was learning. I took action and I believed the change I wanted was possible. We could apply all of this to anything, changing our drinking habits, fitting in exercise, eating a more nutritious diet. Listen again and again to this podcast and hold a different change thought in your mind each time. Thank you for listening in this week. Please listen in again next time. P.S. I believe in you.